Hey, good morning, world. How you doing this morning? It's Sunday, 10 after 8, Tolleson, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Heading from my house in Avondale over to Glendale to go to the swap meet. It's an old drive-in theater, and they use it on the weekends for the swap meet. So I woke up at 6 o'clock, and I was going to go then, because the earlier you go, the better chance you have of finding something, some kind of treasure. And I got up, started putting my socks on, just going to head out the door, and my electronic ankle monitor started beeping, telling me that it was low. I didn't charge it last night, so it takes a couple hours to charge. So I plugged that thing in, just got on my computer, got on all the social media stuff, looked through that, and while I was going through that, I realized you can't keep up with all of the news in the world. It won't all fit in your head. I mean, there's so much going on. There is so much going on, especially at this point in history. This is one of the most interesting times in human history, in my opinion. The global elites are dead set on controlling the entire world. And they have been for a long time. They've been getting more and more powerful, and people have been getting less and less educated. And it goes so slow. I was trying to search for a word in my head just now I couldn't think of. It goes so slow, the way they do this. They do it in little increments that nobody realizes until the water starts boiling, you start cooking, and you go, whoa, wait a minute, I'm cooking, I gotta get out of here, and then you're trying to find a way out of the, trying to find a way out. Yeah, what I'm referring to is there's an analogy. I mean, it's early. I'm trying to wake up. Bear with me. Okay, so my uncle told me a story about how to boil a frog. And so you put a pan on the stove, put some water in the pan. Put the frog in the water, it'll sit there and float, it'll be just happy, it's going along with its business, not the big deal. You just turn it up 1 degree every few minutes or so. And the frog won't realize that it's slowly starting to boil. It won't jump out of the pan. And then the frog is cooked. So that's how, I don't want to say our government, but a group in the government, part of the government, part of what is trying to take over the government, is using that theory of the boiling frog. That's why not too many people notice. You have to be hyper vigilant almost to, and almost have a sense of paranoia to think about this stuff enough, research it, and look ahead to see what the implications of our non-actions will be. internet has been so helpful with, is that 59th? No, hope not. The internet has been so helpful with letting the layman, everyday person, yeah, that was 59th. Shit. Communicate with each other, share stories, share information, and open source network all of that information to come to a final conclusion. And we've come light years ahead as far as, you know, the non-elites getting information, sharing information, moving ahead, making progress, slowing down the criminal slave owners that invisibly, covertly still own slaves. You know, after slavery was abolished, the IRS started up. You know, timing is everything. Timing is everything. You know, if you just look at certain events in history and look at the timeline, there's so many things. It just, you know, it's like you'd think they would have thought about that, about the timing that these things happen, because people will eventually put two and two together. So, like, the CIA had a program, and I can't remember the name of the program, but it's called Lifelong or Lifelong, I don't know, Lifelong something. There's a program where they record every word, every moment, everything of a human being's life. Every single detail that transpires in that person's life. They try to record that. Have a copy of it. Have a file. So the day that program ended, the day after that program ended, Facebook was started. You know, that's one example of timing. You know, slavery ends after the Civil War. The IRS starts. Right after that. I just learned that recently. Oh, I can't get back on the freeway now. Alright, well, I'll just take the interesting way through Glendale. Everybody's afraid of Glendale around here. They talk about it like it's the hood, the ghetto. And Phoenix is pretty nice. Their ghetto doesn't seem too ghetto-y to me. Being from Central California, maybe that's why. I don't know. Fresno's pretty gangster. Let's see here. I lose track when I'm driving because I'm trying to find my way around. Yeah, so I was talking about timing. Here's another one. Here's another interesting timing. JFK Jr. was killed in the plane wreck in 1999. Well, he was going to be running for Senate. Well, guess who else was running for Senate in 2000? It would have been running against JFK Jr. Any guesses? Yes, you were right. It was Hillary Clinton. It was would have been running against him in 2000, and there's no way in hell she would have won against JFK Jr. So there's some things that happen with timing. With my own personal life, the timing of so many of these events have been so telling to me. And if I would have known to investigate and log what's going on, what was going on before, and have all of these incidents timed and show on the actual timeline, dates that they happened, it would be proof, like literal proof of a lot of the setups, the con jobs that took place. But you know, when you're being covertly stalked and harassed, it's covert. You don't know it. You just know some weird stuff is happening outside of your control. And your first thought isn't, I better start making a log of this, you know. That's what they, towards the end of my Air Force career, year 14 or so, they were starting to tell us that they were going to have us make a log. Now this is in my shop, to make a log of all of your daily activities by the half hour. So every half hour you have to stop what you're doing and write in your logbook what you've been doing for the last half hour. Even though they had cameras, microphones, and detective type people everywhere surveilling, getting information about everything. You don't need a log, they already knew. It's been pretty windy and dusty around here lately, so I've been having a lot of congestion. But damn, it's been nice. It's been, well, it's 68 degrees right now. It's 8:30 in the morning. But it's been getting up around 95, 100. You know, the last couple of days I don't think it got up that hot. It was just nice breeze. Cleaned my backyard. Alright, so I'm getting near the swap meet now, and it's in the ghetto, which this is just like, looks like a normal part of Fresno to me. Large Hispanic population around here, maybe that's why people call it the ghetto. Maybe they confuse color of skin with bad things or something, I don't know. We got some wall art over here. Yeah, see, some people call that graffiti. There's some nice murals on these walls over here. Somebody, I can't stand when there's a nice big professionally done mural and then some idiot tagger just tags over the top of it, just scribbles it out after somebody with some talent. That's a piece of artwork. Alright, I guess I'm going to end this video. That was going to 7-Eleven. Yeah, I'm going to end that video right now. Timing is everything.